Howdy folks, TJ here. What's one of the first things that you do when you get to your camping site? So I just drove up to this camping site. Shh, I won't tell anybody, but this is really not a camping site. This is just my front yard. But I kind of live out in the country. I live out in the mountains of California, so it kind of almost is like camping. But what is it that you normally do? You level your vehicle, whether it's a van, a truck, a camper, whatever it is, you're going to be needing to level it because you don't want to be sleeping all cockeyed and rolling into your mate or them rolling into you. Or if you've got a gas type of appliance, normally for gas, you want to make sure you're level. Otherwise, things may not work right. In the case of this one, it's all electric, so I don't have to worry about that as much. But I'm sure my wife doesn't want me rolling into her face first, snoring all night. So we want to level things a little bit. So traditionally, I would get to the campsite. I would take out and I open up my trunk of my van. In this case, it's a Pleasureway Tofino 2022 Class B RV based off of the Ram Promaster. And this year, I'm going to be trying a different set of levelers. If you watched my last video, I promised I would make a test video, which is what we're going to do today. My last video was a little tongue-in-cheek, a little of how man first started leveling their Fred Flintstone vehicle. They had a rock and then a piece of wood, and then they built their own out of wood type of little risers, levelers that you drive up, and to Lego style and all these different ramps and stuff. But Carmtek, and I did an unboxing video, Carmtek comes in this sweet little baggie, and I'm going to give you a measure too. I brought a tape measure out, so I think I did. Yeah, I brought a tape measure, so we can measure how big this roughly is. It's about 12 pounds. It's not like you're backpacking with it. So who cares about the weight? Unless your van's a little, do I look fat in these jeans kind of question. You get those from your wife once in a while. Do I look fat in those jeans? What do you say to that? You're in trouble no matter what you do. You can say, no, you look great. Oh, no, I don't. I feel fat. Well, same thing is here. You put too much stuff in these 9, 10, 11,000 pound vans, they get a little bit mad at you. So anyway, Carmtek sent me these cool levelers. I let them know that I've been using all of these different things and I'd love to try their levelers out because I saw a couple pictures and videos online about these nifty little things that you drive up on, but they kind of rotate with you. They looked different. It looked fun. And I could then stop using what I call my WASP security system, my WASP leveling system. What's that stand for? Wife activated safety protocol. That's her yelling to me, stop, from outside the van because you're trying to back up something, they yell at you. And then you're yelling at them and it becomes a whole yelling thing. But my WASP system, I need to retire that because I'm tired of getting yelled at. I bring out my wallet, I hear the WASP system going off. I want to buy a new fly rod. The second I start reaching for that wallet, stop! Anyway, we're going to test these out today. About 12 pounds in this little vestibule. It comes in a nice little carry case. And the dimensions, in case you are trying to Tetris, if you're old people, you know what Tetris is. It's a video game. It's a really cool one. But you're Tetrising your van, your camper. You got this amount of space. You need to make sure it fits. This is roughly 17 long, 10 deep, and height about 7 inches, give or take. I don't do centimeters, I don't do nanometers. I do inches, pounds, feet. That's what I do. I'm in the United States. That's how I roll. Okay, so let's show you how I packed this thing. So it came in a nice little box. Let me bring in the camera a little closer. We'll open this together, show you a little bit more close-up that I didn't kind of show in the first video, although I think I kind of showed stuff, but we'll show it a little closer. Then we will go out and put them underneath the tires and drive up to them, not using the WASP system. How many of you out there have the WASP system? Now, maybe in some of your cases, it's the actual wife that's the better driver. She's in there backing up the vehicle because you suck. You don't know how to take directions. You don't know how to do stuff. But every family's different. In my family, I am the backer-upper. I am the one that basically has to do these things. So, is that good enough? Yeah, okay, let's go there. I may be cutting my head off a little bit, but that's okay. So, in the box, everything was a la carte in the box, but I then went ahead. It's got two nice little zippers. And you know what? So it came with these on the outside of the box. These are two rubber little treads that you're going to be putting underneath everything. So when you're peeling wheelies, you're not shooting stuff out. So it comes with two of these, and both of them fit perfectly fine in this case. I did bring the directions. Man, don't read directions. I do, but I don't comprehend them. That's my problem. I read, but then I don't always comprehend. But it comes with a 2-page. I just went ahead and stuck everything right in here. And I'm going to read this right after we turn off the camera, and I'm going to go position said levelers over under the tires. But it comes with a nice sheet there. It also came with the Carmtek thank you for purchase. I never registered them online. Am I screwed now? I'm going to have to go register them. So register them. And then inside, it's a little Tetris-y. You can put them in multiple ways, but this is the way I found. I put each of the big black ones on the corners, and then I put the chalks in the middle. And I went ahead and kept them in these bubble wraps because I'm thinking something that drives me crazy. My wife purposely does this to me. I hate little constant. So in my bedroom, she's got these little sun things that go gnip, 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 gnip. They start at like 6:30 in the morning. They're in the window and they go tick, 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 tick. It drives me nuts. So if you don't have something over plastic, even if it's heavy duty plastic, you kind of hear clink, 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 clink. So when I'm driving down the road, I don't want to hear those things. So I thought, why don't we keep them in the bubble wrap? We'll keep them a little more protected. And if they do get wet out in the world of leveling, which you will get wet, it gives you a little safe place to put them back into and not get your bag all caked with mud and goop. At least it will just be in the bubble wrap part that you can clean out later or something easier. So I kept them in here. So here's one of them. So it's a big black plastic, but heavy duty leveler that's got all these grooves and teeth. And they look very, it's hefty. I'm not going to weigh these for you, but the whole thing weighs about 12 pounds. So I'm guessing four, and then these other things, 2 each. Is that 12? I think so. So it comes with 2 of these and 2 of the orange chalks that you will, at the end, like I showed in the first video, after you roll up on these things, again, you're kind of sticking them underneath your tire, and then as you drive up on it, it goes whoop, and it raises you up a few inches. You then chalk the opposite side with the little chalk here. And it's got little teeth that kind of line up and get everything locked in, so you're safe to depart the plane. So, okay. So I've got everything. Everything fits in this bag nicely, and we're now going to turn off the camera. I'm going to deactivate the WASP system, and we're going to try rolling up on these and see how easy it is. So hold tight. All right, it's time for my first test of the Carmtek RV levelers. What I think I'm going to do is I've already stuck, and I'll take the camera off in a second, I stuck one of the main RV levelers up front, passenger side, and also one over on the driver's side. I'm going to act as if I need to raise the front end up to where I can get everything level. So let me take the camera off quickly here, and we'll just kind of show you. What I did is, I'm not going to use the rubber mats because it's not slippery out here. I'm on pavement, and I just went ahead and stuck taut and tight the leveler just like that on each side, and I'm going to now drive up on top and see how it goes. After this first video, what I'll do is I'll do a close-up, and I'll put the camera right at the area around the tire, just so you can kind of see how it's rolling up on top of it. But for right now, we're just going to kind of do a all-purpose, straight-on shot of the camper driving up on top. So I'm going to not talk after I get in the vehicle, because once I start the engine, my mic will stop recording. It does a weird thing. So let me go over to and start up the vehicle, and we'll drive up on top. Right into there. Can you hear me? Maybe not. I went ahead and shut the vehicle off. Maybe my mic will come in. Yeah, that was a good rise on a first time around. Now all I have to do is grab one of the orange chalks and stick it right underneath here, and I'll go grab the camera. That felt pretty easy. It felt natural. It didn't feel like I was going to overpower it and go over the top, which is nice. I didn't have to activate my WASP system. As you can see, it drove right up on top. I've got some good lift, and now I've got the support of the chalk, so it's not going to roll back. So let me put this camera back up here. And I think what I'm going to do now is, oh, there we go. I think I'm going to go ahead and do a close-up now. So let me stop the camera. We're going to do a close-up of the tire as I'm driving up atop, so you can kind of see how it works there. And then I think that tells you enough, right? All right, I started the recording. I'm going to go over and I'm going to drive up and just do a close-up of what it looks like as it drives up on top. I've got both sides chalked. I mean, ramp underneath the front tires. And then now the audio is probably going to cut out, so I'll stop talking. Yeah, that looks good. Looks like I got some good height out of this one, and just a little chalk, and you can kind of see the grooves fit in there pretty nicely, just to kind of chalk things up. Look good? Yeah, that looks good. I got some good rise out of that, like a pizza. Thought I'd do one more test, because either normally you're lifting your front end or back end. Never have I ever had to lift this passenger side front and rear driver side. You don't need to go there. If you're there, you're on Mars or something. So either it's the front, the back, or one of the sides. In this case, I thought I'd do one where there is a ramp underneath each of these passenger-sized tires. And I just want to see how natural it feels driving up. Plus, I'm going actually up a little bit of a grade as well. So far, everything feels natural. Feels like I'm just driving up on top and I'm not about to flip over the top, which is good. And I haven't had to use the WASP system yet, which is a great thing. So let me go hop in and I'll drive up on top, and then we'll chalk them and call this video a wrap. So hold tight. Three, two, one. Start vehicle. That's pretty good. I forgot to take the emergency brake off. It's one of those electric ones. I'm pretty sure I pushed the button, but it didn't disengage the WASP system. So let me chalk. I've got one chalk here. We'll at least do this. So technically, I'm done there. Oh, well, hold on. We might as well do this right. Here's the other chalk. And now we do the back end. Everything fits in snug as a bug as a rug. Snug as a bug in a rug. There you go. So thanks for watching the video. I'm grading these exceptionally easy to use. I didn't have to have my wife yelling at me, which is a wonderful thing. It seems like I'm just driving up on it, and it feels very natural. Everybody's different, though. Your lead foot may be a little bit different than mine, but I try to take things easy, and I feel like if I get 2 or 3 inches up, my head kind of going a little bit higher, I know to stop. And these feel just very natural and easy to use. So what's my next video? Long-term test. I'm going to get out there and use them in slick conditions, dry conditions, wavery conditions, any condition I can find. And then I'll do another video down the road on if these are a good replacement for that traditional rock piece of wood, your homemade jobbies. These feel good. They don't take up tons of space. And so far, so good. So thanks for watching and have a great weekend. Bye.